Hello, everybody, and welcome back to That Pretentious Book Club. Silence.
Woohoo! It's been so long, I don't remember.
I know, me either. And not,
I
it's
don't even
fine because
remember how to do this.
it's okay. It's fine. It's even relevant for today's book, anyways. That over there is your host, Gino, aka Marissa. I forget if I ever say your last name. I probably have, of Mystery Origins. And I am Asha
Bonjour.
Rourke, aka Wheezy. It ain't easy being Wheezy. Look, you did your intro thing. I'm so proud of you. You said you
Except
didn't
for I should have,
remember.
I know I should have, yeah, but I never remember to look up anything beforehand. It's like I should have done something Greek since our author's very
Oh, that
Greek.
would have been good. Yeah, the
But
only thing that I can think, the only things I can think of that are Greek, like off the top of my head, are probably like stereotypes and offensive generalizations. That's all I can think of. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a hot minute. If you don't want to hear nonsense and you only want to hear about the book, you can use the
why are
time
you even
code in the
listening?
skip notes. Yeah, well, I'm not sure why this is the podcast you pick. I will never stop being surprised when we get reviews where people are like, I never talk about the book. And I'm like, do you know how many podcasts there are out there that only talk about the book? Why are you here? I don't know. I mean, we're glad everyone's welcome. I'm glad to have you. If I am confused that you're here, maybe just give the nonsense a try. You might like it. Maybe you're just drawn here against your will, against your better judgment for the
Maybe it's your
nonsense.
kind of nonsense. You just don't know it yet.
You just have to embrace the chaos. You need to embrace it. You just haven't embraced it yet. So throw that time code, those skip notes out the window. You don't need it. Um, it
And
has been like
enjoy
a
the
hot
ride.
minute. Oh yeah, enjoy the ride. I feel like we haven't done this in a really long time. I don't remember the last
Yeah.
time when we recorded was.
I feel like it was like the beginning of February and it's
Was it?
almost the end of April. I
That
might be
was
wrong
months
about that, but like,
ago.
yeah.
That's very possible. The last episode was a special episode recorded with Lacey Rising and a writer that I know and my sister, and it was like a special episode on Fourth Wing. And that was I think like maybe the beginning of last month. So it's been a minute. And if you guys hear chaos in my background, I'm not sure what was going on in the other room, but I'm pretty sure my son is just like slamming a toy into something repeatedly. So there might be some background noise. My child is up later than usual. So dad's in charge of bedtime today.
They're starting a rock band.
Probably. I would not be surprised. I just heard good night, Riley. So maybe he's going to bed after all. Anyways, Gino, my darling, how have you been? What's been going on for the last 2.5 months?
Oh goodness. First of all, your hair is really cute.
Oh,
I mean, it's
thank
always really
you.
cute, but it looks
It's in
really
a
cute right
gross,
now. She's
messy
got a cute little
bun.
bun going on.
Thank you.
It's cute looking.
So the last thing I expected to hear today. Thank you.
Me, I've been working 72-hour weeks on night shift and
Mm.
that just ended yesterday. So like I tried to stay up all day today and I'm just cranky at everyone.
It's totally
Every
fair.
like I'm really aware of it though, because like just people will do normal. I had to go to the grocery store and just people acting normally, like stopping their cart to get something off the shelf or whatever. I was just like,
You're like
oh my
unbelievable.
gosh, like how dare you? I was not ready to stop yet. I needed to go 3 more feet before I needed to get what I needed.
That is super funny.
I
And I
just
and then you texted me and you were like, "You want to record tonight?" And I was like, "I mean, sure. Are you okay?" Like
I actually thought it would be better to record than wallow in my
anger,
feelings. My
rage.
fit. Yeah, because like not only am I just like annoyed with everyone, but also because I'm overtired, I just like keep flipping emotions too. So like I'm like overtired and I'm like, no, I'm depressed. And no, I'm just I was like, you should probably just go record.
Yep, that makes sense. We love chaotic emotions here. If there's any safe place to have all of the feelings, it's that pretentious book club. You're also wearing a
Um,
really cute little and I'm forgetting for the light, like a little bandana, and
yeah,
it's super super cute.
I
And
got
your
it
little earrings
today.
go with it. So if you guys are watching on YouTube, like you can see this. It's very very cute.
Thank you. I got it today. I went and ordered new running shoes today because I don't
I
know
just did
if this
that.
was a thing. Really?
Yes, I'm trying to show you
I
guys in the camera. There, it's blue.
How did you even get your foot up like that?
No, it was painful. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna pay for that later.
Oh gosh. I signed up. I lost my mind briefly. And signed up.
I know
Maybe
exactly
it
where you're
wasn't
going with
briefly.
this.
Maybe it's gone. Maybe it's been gone for a long time. I just pretend it's there. I signed up for the Disney Marathon Weekend Dopey Race, which is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You do 5K Thursday, 10K Friday, half marathon Saturday, and then a full marathon on Sunday. And I did this once before. I'm not a runner, by the way.
In case you guys were
I
wondering. I feel like
I
this is
never.
not the first time since I've known you that you've been like, whoops, I signed up for a marathon. And
Well,
I'm
that's what I
like,
was gonna say. I did this once before and I died. I did finish them all. Like, I guess a lot of people don't finish, and I did finish them all. And I'd never run anything more than a 5K before that. And it was like a one-time 5K race that I ran. I was like, oh, I think I'll do these four races together. And so I did, and I survived, although literally could not walk for 3 weeks afterwards. Like,
oh my
everything was
gosh.
so swollen.
Why?
Um, and so I decided to sign up again this time to redeem myself. Um, and have that was like a month ago I signed up and I have not run once since then. So the training's going really well.
Clearly. Oh my gosh. I can't tell you
Um,
how much I don't envy you. There's not words enough to express.
but I did realize the last couple times I did run, which was in maybe January. Yeah, it was January. That like my feet were getting sore, which they don't normally. So it's like I think I might have too many miles on the shoes that I had. So I just ordered new ones today. I went to the shoe store and got fit, and they had some fancy new ones they had me try. I mean, they're all fancy new ones, but they made you feel like you were floating. I don't know how to describe it any other
Ooh.
way. Like it was very floaty, and I was like, these seem like they would be really comfortable, but I'm afraid to get them and then be like too comfortable in the fact of like the ones that I have support to so that
Oh,
your
okay.
like foot doesn't roll too much, and these ones don't.
Hmm.
And I was like, I just worry that my foot's gonna go all over the place, wonky crazy. So
You need the structure. Your
I
feet need
need
structure, discipline.
stability.
Oh, that's
And
funny.
then just really random, maybe not even funny story, but I thought of it or I would this happened yesterday and I was like, I should talk about this because this is funny, but I might just be sleep deprived. It might be a stupid story.
You're really setting up well here. I can't wait to hear where this goes.
It's so lame, that's why. Oh, I do this so well. Um, I decided to make deviled eggs. Yesterday was Easter, but that's not
Uh-huh.
why I made them. I just happened to have three hard-boiled eggs, and I was like, I'm gonna make these. And I cut them in half, and I scooped out the yolks, and then I use Miracle Whip, not mayonnaise. I know, no
Hmm.
one, whatever. But I never put enough to start with because I like mustard a lot better. So I always add a lot of mustard and a little bit of Miracle Whip, and I always have to add more. So I was like, oh, I'm not gonna do that this time just because like I remembered. So I did this big scoop of Miracle Whip. And then I remembered I usually make a dozen eggs at a time and not three.
No, this is exactly
I
what I was picturing when you said it.
had so much Miracle Whip that it was like there wasn't even yolk flavor or anything. It was just like Miracle Whip with like grits of yolk in it. I was like,
That's
no.
amazing.
So I literally went hunting through the fridge to find any. We had some boiled eggs that have been in there for, I don't know, quite some time that I was pretty sure were bad and I was gonna have to feed to the birds. But I was
Uh-huh.
like, well, I'll crack them open and if they're rotten, like I'll throw them out. They're going
Yeah.
outside anyway, but if not. And so they actually were fine. And I ended up cracking three additional eggs and taking out the yellows, but leaving the whites. I was like, I'm not using these. I just need the insides for my original three eggs.
Oh my gosh. And did it even out well? Was it what it needed?
Well, then it was too dry.
Oh my
I
gosh.
I just kept adding back and forth.
That is
Oh.
so funny. How sleep deprived were you at that point?
Yeah.
That's
But I did
amazing.
eventually get my eggs.
He really worked for it too. That is really, really funny. If you
What
guys hear
about you?
rummaging, it's because I'm messing with my nails and I'm looking for a tool. I'm doing a new poly gel thing. Not that you guys care, but like
Ooh.
my nails are this weird hobby I have because I'm too cheap to go get them done.
Oh
So they
yeah,
actually
don't you
look
have
nice.
the ultralight or ultra whatever that you stick your hand in? Ultraviolet light? I don't know.
I do.
For
Yeah, I've
gels.
got one of those now. Yeah. And it is quite fun. Here's my fun story for the day. Well, first of all, when we get to the drink for the day, I just want everybody to know that I actually am drinking the drink for this book. I texted Gino and I said, "Would you believe me
The
if
way
I told you?"
I the way I passed out in the middle of the grocery store when I read that text.
I was like, "Would you believe I actually got the ingredients?" She was like, "I would bet my entire bank account that you didn't." And I was like, "I did it." I'm so proud of myself. And here's the story of how I did it. I was already going to pick up groceries, like a curbside order, and our grocery store is literally right across the street from the liquor store. So I was like, okay, this is perfect. Usually what stops me is that I'm too lazy, don't want to spend the money, or simply, no, those are the two reasons that I don't want to go to the liquor store to get the ingredients. And so this time I don't know, I was feeling good. I just done a whole horrible day of work. I had back-to-back meetings from like 11 to 4. There was not a speck of time in between. It was awful. And of course, I was working through all of the meetings on the back end, like while everyone's talking, and I'm pretending to know what's going on because I have actual work to do on top of all the meetings. So, anyways, the day ended, and I was like, thank God. And I was feeling so accomplished. So I was like, I am going to go actually get the ingredients for this drink. The thing is, I had Riley with me because Riley's been off school Friday and today, Monday. Yeah, for Easter, they had like off like a really long weekend. So Riley hadn't been like dressed all day, essentially. He's wearing pajamas. I did change his pajama bottoms because he had a blowout this morning. So he's wearing panda pants and a Spider-Man shirt, only socks because it's not like I'm gonna go let him walk around the liquor store. And I'm wearing workout clothes with my hair up in a bun, which I appreciate you saying was cute because was not what I was expecting the response to be, and my cool new tennis shoes. But looking zero makeup,
Did anyone
very
ask you if they help you run faster?
no. Can you believe that? Can you believe nobody asked me that?
The audacity.
Unbelievable. So I was like, this is going to be interesting. And honestly, I think the only reason I didn't get weird looks is because of the town that I live in. I looked so redneck walking into that liquor store with a mismatched pajama baby on my hip. And I was like, hi, everybody. How you doing, folks? And it's only because this town is redneck that like all the women in there, like all the old little women were like smiling at him. I passed like two older women on their way out and then got into like a little chat with the cashier. And then this other like mom, where we're like, moms are never off the clock. Am I right? That kind of thing, you know? And of course, the cashier, who's also a mom apparently, was like, yeah, my husband just when he gets to be off work and he just plays video games. And I'm like, ah, tell me about it. And then this other woman comes up and she's like, I know, we moms just do it all. And I was like, I need to hit the liquor store more. Why
See,
are
you
all
should get your ingredients more often.
I should actually do my job more
Make
often.
friends.
And then I was like talking to my mom and I was like, huh, funny, all the moms are at the liquor store. I wonder why. That's where
Oh,
you'll find all the moms in my town. Anyways, that's my
that
story.
tracks.
I don't know if I feel like I really didn't emphasize enough like how redneck I looked going in there and then walking out with a box of liquor under my arm and the baby on my other hip. But but it was really good and I'm really proud of myself. So that's probably my most exciting story that I have for you guys. Uh
Yeah.
yeah, and my sister's designing a new tattoo for me. And what has been consuming both my waking and sleeping moments for the last several weeks the writing retreat is coming up, which is
Oh
so
my
exciting.
goodness.
Our
It's in
first
like
ever.
barely a week.
I know, and I'm so excited, and I literally have been dreaming about it in some form or another, like every single night. I cannot wait for this. It's gonna be awesome. And now there's a cat on my lap. Supreme Leader Flora has come to visit. It's been a long time, but oh, is she
Hello,
purring?
Flora. Oh my goodness.
She's purring,
Look
but
at
it may or
that.
may not
Oh,
be picked
I
up.
said that and Levi responded to that. He came in, he was like,
Levi, Captain of the Scout Regiment. He's like, I'm here.
Captain of the Scout Regiment. I weighed him yesterday. He's 12 pounds.
Oh wow, I think that's about how much you weigh, Flora. Flora's like, don't talk about my weight. How dare you, mother?
Actually, oh, his birthday's in 3 days. He'll be
Oh,
one
that's
year old.
sweet. This girl, unsurprisingly, she's an October baby, and she looks like it. Real spooky,
That makes sense.
real unpredictable. Oh, I'm getting kisses. This is so
Hey,
sweet. This is
Doctor.
not gonna last long at all. She's being so nice. It's frightening. Anyways, in case anybody missed her, it's been a hot minute. If you guys have been here from the start, you'll remember our supreme leader of the podcast. Not to be confused with our podcast producer, Juicy, Jucifer, Kendall's cat, Spoons' cat. Um, yeah, Jucifer's our producer. Oh, please don't hurt me. Okay, everything's fine. See, when I say she turns fast, she's back. We're okay. Everything. Ow! Everything is okay. Okay, it's fine. Ouch. I'm assuming that's an accident that you're clawing me. Um,
Just assume that, mother.
bold assumption, mother. Let's see, has anything else interesting happened? I don't think so. I mean, hey, one slightly funny story, I guess, is it was Easter yesterday, so at church in nursery, we did this cute little like craft where, oh, I need to cut that claw. Anyway, sorry, I'm feeling my cat's claws while I'm talking, and one of them is like really about to curl into her paw. I'm not a neglectful pet owner, I promise. She just really freaks out about her claws. Okay, that's gonna distract the hell out of me. The guilt is gonna eat me alive. I need to do your nails. Flora, can you go see your father? Go tell him you need your nails done. How many times has he done her nails? Never. Not
Yeah.
once. Which is probably
Phil
why she loves
holds
him.
Phil holds the cats while I clip their nails. Levi got him good the other day on his
Oh.
neck. He had like these
Oh.
scratches on his neck.
Mm. If you have ever seen, I've got this like scar that goes from my cheek to like up like towards my temple from Flora when she was a kitten. But it's still visible. Uh, why are you flicking your tail like that, Flora? Do you want to be here or not?
She said
Like,
yes,
yes, but I
both.
want to be unhappy about it. Do not chew on my microphone cord. Oh my gosh. You really know how to like derail a somewhat entertaining story. She's like, it wasn't that funny, Mom. I'm trying to save you from
It's just like
yourself.
I'm saving you.
She's like, I've
Don't
definitely heard this
embarrass
story.
yourself.
Any more than you already have, Mom. Anyway, so nursery at church, we're doing this little craft where like we paint the little kids. Ow! She bit me. My God. Laura. Oh my gosh. Vicious void attack. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you do, paint the children's hands. They put handprints on paper. It's adorable. So cute. Um, Riley's handprints look frightening. And I know this joke is probably old to everybody, but it will never cease to amaze me how enormous Riley is because when he's just at home and it's just us, like I don't have context. I'm like, he's just my little baby, little squishy boy, little tiny thing. And then when I see him next to other children, I'm like, oh my God, he could eat that child. Like if he sits on that kid, they're not getting back up. Like he's just so big. So his little handprints. I see, I say little, not so little. Like the other kid in the class, he's 18 months old now. The oldest kid in the class, and she's a big girl, she's like, she's over 2 years old. She's probably close to like 2.5 now. Her hands are smaller than Riley, so her handprints were smaller. And I was like, well, that's fun. And then his cousin, who's also in nursery with him, but is 2.5 months older, has these short, little bit like look like a little paw, like a little baby paw on the paper. And I was like, is this what baby hands look like?
I've never seen such a thing.
I've never seen something so little. Anyways, that's fun. And also, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the music video for this is totally different for that song, Apata, APT, you know. Apata,
Yes, I haven't
Apata.
seen all. I don't remember, but I know I've seen at least some of it
There's a
with
part
Bruno
where the
Mars and
dancers, yeah,
people.
they Bruno Mars and the girl, they're doing like this kind of like bobble thing with their head. And I've always wondered where Riley gets the way that he dances from, and he used to be obsessed with that song. And just now watching Javi play it for him today, he hasn't done it in a while. He was watching it going, doing like the little head bobble they do, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's what it is." He learned the like because that's what he'll do when he dances. Like he doesn't just do like he does sometimes do a head bang, but usually he does this weird little like head swing.
Side to
And I'm like,
side,
where did
like
you learn this? Like it's not this. Sometimes it's
right.
this. Mostly it's this like little bobble. And anyways, I think he got it from the Aputsa song. His other favorite songs currently are two really intense openings to anime. They're like hardcore like metal songs that are the openings to two animes that Hobbies watched and Bingo, the Bingo song. Bingo was his name. Oh, so we're all over the map. And that's my
That's
Riley update in case anyone was wondering. I'm sure you all go to sleep every night thinking, I wonder what Riley Dragon Slayer is up to. That's what he's up to. And consuming like an enormous quantity of food. And now he says more. Like a little orphan child on the streets of London in the 1800s because I'll just give him like a bowl with snacks in it and just refill it. So now he'll go up to me with the bowl in both hands and go, Mo, Mo, Mo.
exactly like Oliver Twist.
Yeah, exactly. It cracks me up. And so then I asked if he wanted more of the song he was listening to, and he turns, picks up his once full bowl, now empty bowl, and turns to me with the bowl again and says, Mo, Mo. And I was like, I still don't know if he wanted more song or more food. Because I was like, it's been a minute since we used that bowl. Like, what's going on? But now that's what Mo has that action with it. Mo for with a little bowl, which is very fun. And you're going to get to see him next week. You'll get to see the giant baby.
Oh
So
yeah,
exciting. And
it's been
Flora, slightly
a
less
while.
exciting. Get out of here, Flora.
Um, have you seen that trend on the socials of telling your kid you're so hungry you could eat a kid?
No,
I
that sounds
think
amazing.
Riley's like slightly too young, like maybe by 6 months or something or so, like if he was a little more verbal or something.
Yeah.
But these people will be like just sitting there with the kid and go, man, I'm so hungry I could eat a kid. And like I've seen a couple different responses. The first one I saw was this little boy and he like looks at the mom that says it and then he like kind of looks in front of him, like staring, thinking for a second, and then he just scoots like two scoots away from her.
That's amazing.
And then there's another one that this little girl and the mom's like, I'm so hungry, I could eat a kid. And she's like, you mean a kid's meal? And she's like, no, a kid. She's like, don't be silly right now, mom. Like, no, no,
Oh,
you're not eating me. No, you're not eating me. Go, mm-mm. There's some chicken nuggets in the fridge.
that is so cute. I wonder what would happen if I told my niece Grayson that because she's like
Oh yeah.
yeah, she's almost 4 and she is like right at that age where she says the most out of pocket shit.
You should
Just
do it. You have to do it.
it's a really good idea.
I need to know her response. She would
I
definitely
need to
have
know her
something.
response. I'm like, Maddie, wake up, Grayson. I need to tell her something. Oh, I'll have to do that. I think I should get to see her again this weekend. So that'll be fun. She's so funny. Riley loves her so much. He gave her 2 kisses and he doesn't even give me kisses. So that's, I'm not jealous at all. That and Dada, you'll hear
It's
when you're
fine.
here,
I'm
you'll see
kind.
it. He's become, and it's great. It's fun. It is like this magic switch, like they turn 18 months old, and now all of a sudden, everywhere he goes, Dada, Daddy, Dada, Daddy, Dada, Dada. And then when after I have been home, suffering, working all day, cooking, cleaning, trying to take care of the child. Javi rolls up in the truck outside, and Riley stands on the sidewalk and applauds every day. He goes out, out, and we go outside, and he sees Daddy's big blue truck, and he points, and he goes and just applauds for his dad the whole drive up the driveway, which is just incredibly unjust, as I've never been applauded. So it's very funny though. I think that's probably all my semi-decent stories. I'll try not to bore you guys any further. They're like, those were all horrible stories, Ash. You're getting more and more boring every episode.
What will be more interesting next time, promise. This
I
is
I
just
make
a
no promises, but probably Gina will. She'll have more sleep in her by then.
yeah. Or maybe that I'll be really interesting this episode because of no sleep. But
Yes,
it can
exactly.
go
You'll be
either
slap
way.
happy.
Yeah, go either
Yeah.
way. Um, so this drink, I gave Wheezy a couple of options, and I didn't give her the names of any of the drinks on purpose.
No.
I don't know if you noticed,
I
because
did
I
notice
wanted you
that.
to
I was
pick.
like, why no names, Gino?
I wanted you to pick the drink, and then like, so what I found was a bunch of drinks that were all basically like drug related. Um,
That's
this one's called
amazing.
Liquid Xanax.
Is it?
There was like
Nice.
painkiller, Liquid Xanax, like zombie.
I could use some liquid
And
Xanax. That was
yeah,
good.
so she picked Liquid Xanax, which looked like the most horrible drink in the world to me.
Really?
All of the ingredients, I'm like, that's disgusting. But I put it on there um,
I
because
was just lazy. The other ones had like 20
I
ingredients.
know, I was like, I know all these have so many ingredients,
They look
um,
great.
but my thought of I'm always going to offer options even if they don't look delicious because it's kind of like the books we're reading, like we don't know till we read them, and
It's
so it's like
true.
so some of the books may be horrible, just like this drink is gonna be horrible. So I don't like cinnamon, and it has like cinnamon liqueur.
Hmm.
Which I literally went to my mom's house to get because I knew she had some. I was like, I'm not buying this. I was like, I walked in the door, I said, I need a shot of cinnamon
A
liquor.
single shot.
Yeah. And I was like, to go, please.
Oh my God, that's so cute. Oh, that's so
She
funny.
just went into the kitchen and poured one and gave it to me in a little like ramekin container. No questions asked.
That's
That's
amazing.
my favorite part of my family is it's always no questions asked. Like no matter how weird the request, they're like, that makes sense.
That
Um,
is so funny. My mom
and
would
then
ask. She wouldn't care about the answer. She'd be like, "Whatever, I trust you." But like she would definitely ask.
um, so yeah, it's one part cinnamon liqueur. Well, I just used Fireball because that's what she had, but Jaeger, which disgusting, whiskey, and Bacardi. Um,
Okay, I do have to say I did a twist on it, but it wasn't because I was trying to be lazy. Like usually I do a twist because I'm just using whatever I had. I did what I thought was very similar, but would taste better and also would be more than just a single shot because I think it's supposed to be like mixed in a shot glass or something. You just
it
like
is. I just did a shot because I was like, I'm gonna hate this anyway.
you're
So
like I'm gonna suffer.
I have my other drink here, which is it's a zombie mix, like it's pre-made, so it's not great, but I'm gonna
Ooh.
drink that.
Okay,
But I am
sweet.
doing the shot of this. So what was your twist on it?
Okay, well, I'm really glad that I'm not gonna make you that you have another drink and you're not just gonna suffer because you're doing like truly what it's supposed to be. So I did the whiskey, I did the rum, I just got like the cheap like $1.98 like little mini bottle of like a cinnamon whisk, like an off-brand Fireball, essentially. So I got the cinnamon, the whiskey, the rum, the bitters, or it's herbal liqueur or something like that. I did bitters instead because that's what I couldn't
Okay.
find, the herbal liqueur or whatever. Um, so I did bitters and then that's it, right? Like that's
Uh,
it in the thing.
it was Jaeger, I think, but I don't know. Or maybe I just added that.
I was like, was it? I don't know. I know Jaeger
Oh, that's the
was.
herbal. Yeah, Jaeger's the
Yeah, yeah,
herbal
yeah.
liqueur. So
Yeah, I
yeah, that's
couldn't
it.
find the herbal
That's the other
liqueur.
thing.
So I did bitters. And then I put, because I wanted to be able to drink this the whole time and not just take a shot, I mixed it with ginger ale. And it's actually quite
Oh,
nice. And I put a little orange on top for garnish with my little cocktail skewer. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm
I was
showing
just
it on
thinking like a
YouTube.
squeeze of lemon would probably help this out.
Yeah, I do know because I've already tried it. Because I couldn't wait. Because if there's a drink in my hand, I'm gonna be drinking it. Like it's like an instinct. I can't not drink it, even if it's horrible. It's pretty good. Because my thought was, this is usually I wouldn't drink anything with cinnamon usually unless it's like winter. Like sometimes for winter, I'll drink something. As a shot, this does not sound good. I mean, I don't know that shots are supposed to be good, but I can see why they would call it liquid Xanax. But I wanted something I could sip on. So maybe more like I don't know, like a half Xanax. Like I cut my Xanax in half. Like what's something that's not as strong as Xanax? This is like a low dose of sertraline. This is like a lavender tea in a nice warm bath. Like that's what this one is. Not
No,
exactly
it's a
liquid
little more than
Xanax.
that, but oh,
But yeah,
okay. I'm gonna do this shot here. Like
heck
a
yeah.
yep.
Like a trooper. I still didn't do the
If
thing.
you
I just did close.
yeah, like I feel like yeah, I feel like you should definitely watch the YouTube of this at this point if you're just listening on
Yeah, I'm
on
very excited to
Spotify
see
or
this.
whatever.
This is honestly making me want to
Whew,
go like make the
it's gonna
shot
be a
form to take and see it.
horrible. I'm gonna have a horrible reaction. Okay. Whew, here we go.
I'm so ready.
Can't stop cracking up.
Can you feel the weight of my silence? I'm so excited.
I know. Oh Lord. Okay. Just gotta do it.
You got
One,
this. I
two.
believe in you.
Oh.
Wait, no, I want to take one too. No, I want to know what it's
Oh.
supposed to taste like. I feel like I'm getting out of it.
Well, it like burns afterward. Oh.
Interesting.
There's that. Oh. I mean, I actually would be interested for you to try the shot because, like I said, um, I don't like cinnamon at all, and I don't like Jaeger at all, and I'm like barely a whiskey girl. So
I
I
am
like
definitely a
rum.
whiskey girl.
I like rum.
Let me see. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna go make myself this shot real quick. I will be back in a flash. You can either say interesting things into the mic or I will just cut it.
Well, if you're coming to the retreat, get ready for a great time. If you're not coming to the retreat, you should be, but get ready for a great time in hopefully October when we have our next retreat. And that's going to be someplace more fall-y. We're looking at maybe Pennsylvania, maybe Colorado, someplace with a nice cabin and pretty colored leaves everywhere. Anyone want to know about my ducks? She can cut all of this. You can cut all of this, actually. I thought that Gookie, my blind duck, had disappeared because I couldn't find her. I thought that she had got eaten because one of my ducks and one of my chickens got eaten recently by a fox. And that's how it be, especially in the spring. But she appeared out of nowhere on Easter Day, like Jesus. Sorry if you find that sacrilegious, but that's what I thought. And she is fine. And my drakes are all bad and they're in drake jail. So if anybody wants a male Pekin duck, I've got some to spare.
I'm back.
I
Were
said
you
I've
talking?
been, yeah, I've just been talking to myself the whole time. We
Excellent.
had, I had to bring up interesting facts at work. It became my job because one day I was like, "Hey, do you know what a moose's biggest predator is?" And out of nowhere, I asked everyone that, and they were like, "A cougar," and I was like, "No, a killer whale." And then I'd explain to them why it's a killer whale. And so then the next day, my boss was like, "What's another interesting fact?" And so every day I had to come to the table with an interesting fact. Um,
That's so cute. That's like Spoons' dad. My Uncle Darren, he had a page, it's probably still there on Instagram if you guys want to look it up, called Random Fact of the Day or something. And he would like put just a completely random fact up every single day. This is like last year. This is not like a long time ago. He was an English teacher. So I feel like he must have been like the really cool English teacher. Oh, he was also he guested on our Of Mice and Men episode, if you guys want. That's
Oh
the
yeah.
random fact of the day guy. This is not surprising. Okay, I have this shot now and we don't own a lot of shot glasses, but we own like three or four somewhere, all missing, but I found my sad little plastic mason jar shaped one.
It's so cute.
Oh, thank you. It was a little dusty and there was a bug in it. I like blew it out. I went like, so it's clean enough, I guess. If not, this will definitely sanitize it. This smells like this drink that I sometimes make like in the winter, like with whiskey and usually I just put like a cinnamon stick in it. Like a hot toddy with a cinnamon
That's
stick is
probably
what this
what it
smells
is. It's
like.
the cinnamon.
Hmm.
I told you it seems like it should have like a lemon chaser, like a lemon wedge that you're just like
Yeah, that makes sense. I guess I could always grab my orange wedge that I used for decor. I'm not great at taking shots because I probably have taken like three shots in my whole life. Like I'm not a shots girl. I'm a whiskey sipper. Okay,
yeah,
I'm gonna try
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
This feels so wrong. This feels like so foreign to me.
I know. The same to me. That's why I kept giggling. I was like, I don't
I don't know how to take a shot. It's like drinking. Right, I've never done it before.
know what to
So weird. Okay, and now I'm like, are my headphones gonna fall off? So I'm gonna secure my
do.
headphones.
Woo! She did it. She did not make the same face I did. Her face
Not
was
bad at
much
all.
more beautiful than my face.
I mean, it's not bad. It kind of just tastes like Fireball to me.
Fireball.
Maybe a little better. Like this, I prefer this to just a shot of Fireball. It has more flavor to it.
I literally, on my 30th birthday, one of Phil's coworkers came out with my group of friends because we were out in Boston. They had flown out to stay with me. And he's like, I'm gonna get you a shot. What do you want for your birthday? And I was like, literally anything, I don't care. And he walks like halfway to the bar and I was like, but Fireball, not Fireball. And he's like, I was gonna get Fireball. I was like, literally anything
I
but
feel like that's the
Fireball.
go-to. There is this one bar I went to in Corpus Christi, and they did like a Fireball, but it was like evaporated into a balloon. So you had to like the balloon. And they were
Oh.
all like, I did it, and I was like, it tastes kind of like cinnamon. They were like, you didn't do it right. And I was like, how exactly? What is the right way? All right, to inhale alcohol vapor from a balloon. And why does everyone at this table, including Javi's grandparents, seem to know how you're supposed to do that? And I just did it wrong? Just very confused. Very weird. Anyways, I feel like that cleared my throat a little bit. I mean,
There, it's like for before you sing to help like loosen your
yeah,
vocal
I
cords or
feel like it
whatever.
would. I feel like I feel like it would be very effective. I feel like the reason you really didn't like it is because of the cinnamon. Because to me, it just tasted like a more palatable Fireball.
It's so weird because as a kid, I loved cinnamon. And then I don't know when, but there was
Really?
just a switch and I can't. Yeah, like those cinnamon Altoids that are
Mm-hmm.
so cinnamony.
Mm-hmm.
I used to like eat those by the box.
Mm-mm.
And like my mom always had Big Red chewing gum, which was the
Mm-hmm.
cinnamon gum and
Yep.
like so
That's what
everything
I think
like and
Fireball
then
tastes like.
yeah, and then I don't know when, but at some point I was like, no, I don't like cinnamon. And people would add it to like apple cider and stuff, like hard
Yeah.
apple cider. And I was like, no, 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 stop.
I have to remember not to use cinnamon in anything when you're here. I have to remember that.
I'll live. I'll live.
I know, but I don't want to like you're so not picky. I have to like remember. Like our friend Blake is here right now, and I was like, okay, so I'm gonna make shrimp and rice and Javi was like, he can't eat shrimp. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, I'll die. Sorry, I'm a little shellfish. And I was like, first of all, stop. Second of all, how could I forget that? Like this man has zero preferences. He'll eat anything I make, which is great because he's here a lot. He's like family. And he'll eat whatever, and there's almost never any leftovers, which is amazing because my family won't eat leftovers. So I was like, seriously? Like the one thing that he doesn't eat that could in fact kill him. I'm like, dang it. Yeah.
I wasn't contemplating murder.
That was
Murder?
an accident. Oh man. That's bad. I had a thought like,
So
how convenient would it be if like everybody had like one allergy that could kill them, and then you could find out, and it would be like this like eternal thing you could like hold over their head. Like, you better be nice to me because I know what would kill you if I slipped it into your food. Then I'm like, no, we probably shouldn't have that power over each other. That's probably an unfair advantage. That's probably not healthy, Ash. But you know who would understand that? Alex Michaelides, the author of this book. I feel like he would relate to that a little bit. He's got some weird stuff going on.
Oh yes.
Oh my gosh. Oh, and we don't have to
Um,
do his bio, do we? Because
yeah, I
we
was just
did The
gonna say
Fury.
we don't have to talk about him because The Silent Patient was
Oh, thank
written by
God. I didn't want to
Steve.
talk about Alex.
Ugh, gross.
Gross. Just kidding. We like Alex.
Also the author of The Fury, which we
Hmm.
did, another murder mystery, and this is also a murder mystery,
Yep.
which I'm sure Ash did not see until the very end.
You are correct. What a shock.
I think literally as I was, because I listened to the audiobook, as literally as I was listening to it, I was like, I'm wonder at what point did she figure this out? Nope, 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 nope. Yeah, when they told us, probably that's
Yeah, that's
it.
exactly what happened. There were a few times I was really trying. Like, I want y'all to know it's not like some like cutesy little gag that I do for you guys where I have no idea what's going on in the book. I'm
It's
honestly
like, I'm
doing
actually
my
a natural
best.
blonde. I don't know.
I don't know. Isn't it so cute how dumb I am? No, I'm trying my gosh dang hardest, I swear. And then at the end, I was like, what?
No, but I prefer it this way. Like it entertains me because, like I said, sometimes I hate that I can see, like from the
Hmm.
opening page of the book, I was like, oh, that's foreshadowing. This person did it. So
Yeah.
I like you coming in and being like, I didn't know, even though there were 150 clues that were all red arrows pointing to this one person.
Blissful ignorance, man. No, I don't know what happens. It's like all the critical part of my brain just shuts off. And I think I'm using it. So that's what's so horrible. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm catching every detail. I got this. It's the meme with the red string and the little like pins. And I'm like, I know exactly what's going on this time. No. I didn't know, which is good because it makes it really fun at the reveal. I will also say I went on an Alex Michaelides kick. So we read The Fury. I was like, this is excellent. Then I got an Audible account. I just like finally bit the bullet and was like, okay, fine. Even though I was using Chirp, which is great because like Chirp is another audiobook provider. You don't have to have a subscription. So if you're against subscriptions, I do recommend it. And they'll like do periodic like deals where you can like for 89 cents get a classic of some audiobook or whatever. And so that's what I'd used previously, but I finally was like, I'm gonna see what this whole Audible thing is about, and then immediately bought all of Alex Michaelides' books and listened to them one after the other. And so then Gina was like, "Hey, do you want to do a book?" And I was like, "Sure." Alex Michaelides book. Would you like to read an Alex Michaelides book with me? We could read an Alex Michaelides book. Have you read any other Alex Michaelides books? And what we were gonna do, and it was a surprise to me until today. She's like, "Okay, how about this? I'm gonna read The Silent Patient and The Maidens, and I'm not gonna tell you which one we're doing."
Oh, did I not tell you till today?
You didn't tell me till today. And you didn't
When
actually
did
tell me. You
I
said something like,
was
which drink for the silent patient? And I was like, oh, we're doing the silent patient.
gonna I forgot because I remembered I wasn't gonna tell you, but we were
Yeah.
gonna record like 3 weeks ago and life got in the way.
Hmm.
And so
Yep.
yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna tell you which book I read. I'm just gonna
I
yeah,
loved it. I was like,
I
this is
forgot about
exciting.
that.
Because it's
I
just what
forgot
I don't
about
know.
that.
I have so much confidence in myself too that I'm like, I don't need like a memory boost. Like, I will remember. So that was actually kind of cool because I was like, okay, we're doing the science. See, I'm like, I put together those dots. I connected them when you
Look
said
at
something
you.
about a drink for the silent patient. I was like, aha, we are doing the silent patient today. And then I looked up a summary to make sure I didn't forget anything important. Also, because I've like
Oh,
listened to like
that's
six books
why.
since then.
Okay, first of all, also, I've been going through the books. But second of all, that's why I didn't put the names of any of the drinks because originally it didn't have the two, like it was out of the two
Hmm.
books and you didn't know which one. So I didn't want you being like, oh, these are all like drugs from like from
You know,
a
the funny part is I
like
wouldn't have.
psychiatric ward kind of thing.
I would never have put, I would never have put it together ever. liquid Xanax, I'd have been like, ah, that's interesting. I too would probably need some Xanax if I were living in the plot of The Maidens. Like, oh my God, there is something wrong with me. Okay, anyways, so that's the drink. That's the book we're
Beautiful.
doing. We're doing The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides. We're not going to give you the bio because who has the time or energy? And we already did it in The Fury, which was an excellent book. I forget what we rated it, but we rated it quite well. So, strong recommend.
Yeah.
And The Silent Patient. Okay, are we brave enough
What
to?
was your
Oh, that's right, we have to do impressions.
first impression?
Yeah. My first impression was I heard of its existence when we were doing the bio for Alex Michaelides during The Fury. And I was like, that sounds interesting. But also a little bit gave me anxiety because The Silent Patient, I figured is probably like going to take place in like some sort of psychiatric institute. Have you ever watched Girl Interrupted?
No.
Don't recommend. Had a full meltdown identity crisis. Stared out the window in my dorm room until my roommates were concerned. Like, I was like, this is gonna be interesting. So it had my fascination. I was intrigued by The Silent Patient, the name of it, and a little bit afraid, which is why I waited to read it for a little while. Um, that was my first impression.
That's funny because my first impression was very similar, even though I've not seen Girl Interrupted. I put in my notes, this book looks scary. Um,
It really,
it's
really
like
does,
the
yeah.
cover is kind of creepy. And then when I read the like synopsis, I was like, I I feel uncomfortable, honestly. Like, not
Right?
because there's anything bad about the book, but like I get in moods where like I need to only watch Bob's Burgers and read like fairy tales about princesses.
Yes.
And I can't handle anything real world and serious. And this one
Yep.
was like relationship troubles
Mm-hmm.
and psychiatric wards, and I was like, my tummy feels uncomfortable. Um,
Why did Ash pick this book? I get the exact same way. I've been rewatching The Office. That's my sort of Bob's Burgers. Like that's my go-to. I started Long Bright River. I think that's what it's called, Long Bright River on Peacock, which is a thriller that looks really great. Started it, watched half the first episode, and went, nope, not right now. I absolutely can't handle this right now. But The Silent Patient kind of like it came in under the wire
Yeah.
right before I was like, I can't tolerate these things right now. Yeah.
Um, I literally, so yeah, that was my first impression. And then I put on my second, even though we did his bio already and everything, but my second comment in my notes here is more Greek. Is Alex Greek? I
Yes.
was like, yes, very much so.
Quite Greek. About as Greek as one. I mean, it's so funny. Like, I think that Greek people, and I don't care if I'm offending people right now. I'm just gonna go for it. Because I'm also gonna offend Italians. I hope. Can only hope. Um, I think that the only people who mention that their ethnicity more than Italians is Greek people. I feel like me as a quarter, one quarter Italian, by the way, a whole quarter Italian. I say as I use my hands in the air, little exclamations.
Va bene, ho capito.
Exactly. So the only ones who refer to their ethnicity more, I feel like, are Greek people. And I don't think that Alex is doing anything to dissuade me from that opinion in any of his books, by the way. Literally
It's
every
like,
single book.
I know he's like, this takes place in like London or something, and he's still like referencing a bajillion Greek things throughout.
A bajillion.
Like,
And like there's some people's names who are obviously very Greek. It's just,
mhm.
it cracks me up. Everything is an allusion to a Greek myth or Greek history. And I mean, I love it. This is zero criticism. I absolutely love it. But if you ever like, I wonder where Alex Michaelides is from, like, there's reminders
Uh,
everywhere, so you don't have to. I love Greek people. They crack me up. Then I always think back to my big fat Greek wedding. And like, is it a movie? Yes. So is it 100% accurate? I'm sure it's not. But it reminds me so much of my Italian family. And like I said, this is me doing my thing with the red string and all the pins. I'm like, okay, so if that's how crazy they are, and this is how crazy the Italians are, and the Greek people never stop talking about being Greek, I bet Alex Michaelides is Greek. That's when the whole podcast knew. Oh, She really is an idiot. She really is that dumb. I don't know what is wrong with me. I got a degree, you guys. That shows you how easy higher education is. All right. So, is that everything we're supposed to do before we get into the summary? Or am I going to
Sounds
forget
good.
something
No,
again?
that sounds good.
Okay.
Let's go for it.
Awesome. Let's jump right in. 51 minutes and 38 seconds in. Okay. So, the main character of the story, and you'll probably have to help me because you read it more recently than I have, is named Theo. Amazing name, by the way. Tried to convince Hobby to name our child Theo. He said no, that the child would get beat up every day of its life. So,
I think
unfortunate,
Theo's
but
cute.
I know it is cute. And the main character's name is Theo, Theo Faber, so I was immediately endeared to him. He is a therapist, correct? I believe.
Yeah, a psychotherapist.
Psychotherapist. Yeah, can you tell I'm looking at the summary on my phone because I don't want to forget? I swear I read the book. I just have a horrible memory because
I'm
I'm that
definitely
dumb.
not doing that as well.
Oh, good. That makes me feel better. So, I think it starts out with an epilogue. No, prologue, right? Doesn't it, does this one have a prologue?
What's prologue
The
versus
the the the
my brain's
prologue,
not working.
like before the story starts, does it talk about Alicia Berenson at all? Doesn't it? I'm pretty sure there's a prologue. It's been a
Um,
minute since I read this.
that sounds right. Yeah. Yep. She's like not hospitalized.
Yeah. Not yet. So basically, there's a prologue. It starts out, and there's a painter, and her name is Alicia Berenson, and essentially, she gets arrested for the murder of her husband, Gabriel. And seemingly, this came completely out of the blue. She shot him multiple times, is what she's accused of, but then she doesn't say a word. She's like totally catatonic when the police show up. She's catatonic through trial, and she ends up being basically being sent to a hospital, like a long-term mental hospital. And what is it? For reasons of, it's like it's in England, so it's not for reasons of insanity or whatever we have here, but it's the equivalent. And so she had painted like one final painting called and she titled it Alcestis, named after a Greek play, if you were curious. Um,
Okay, so when they were like, oh, her final painting title Alcestis, I was like, that has got to be the biggest clue. I was like, I have to look up what this is, Alcestis, like what's the
yeah.
play or story behind it? Because I was like, that's gonna be this whole story for
Oh,
her
that's
sure.
so
100%.
smart. I was like, I can't wait for them to tell me what it's about. I can't wait for them to tell me what this means. Oh man. So basically at an art gallery that's showing some of her other work. That's how Theo Faber basically hears the story of her, or at least that's what we learn. You're also gonna there's also this fun thing that Alex Michaelides does, just like he did in The Fury, where we have an unreliable narrator, which I love. Except that whereas in The Fury, the narrator's constantly telling you, I might be lying. Like he's very open about it. You get the sense that while he is subjective, a little bit biased because it's his personal opinion, that he's objective for a person. You know, he's a psychotherapist, he's very practical. And so like we pretty much he seems trustworthy, essentially.
Yeah,
But
you just know
he
that everything's coming from his point of view kind of thing, so it could be skewed
exactly.
how he interprets it.
Exactly. And so basically that's where tells us that he learns about Alicia and he becomes fascinated with her. Theo is married to a woman named Kathy, an American, and it very, very quickly is apparent that she's cheating on him. Um, but he's trying to like catch her in it. And so that's kind of he's like ongoing like throughout the book, kind of like stalking her, trying to like find the proof that she's cheating on him. It's really sad too, because they had like kind of like a cute little like love story thing that he went through, and then all of a sudden it's sad. Um, Oh, look at that. So Alicia Berenson was declared not guilty by means of diminished responsibility. We call it something different here, but I'm guessing that's an English
Yeah, I
thing.
was like, I don't even know what that means.
I know, right? By means of diminished responsibility. Interesting. So now she's at the Grove, that psychiatric facility. She still has not spoken. And Theo, now a psychotherapist, is like, I want to treat her. Like, that's my thing. I want to do it. I'm obsessed with this, like, case, essentially, with her case as a person. He wants to help her. And so he meets some people
But he
at
also talks
the,
about it really casually. Like he's like, I saw her case, so like I tried to get on at the place. Like I thought it'd be really interesting to do whatever. But you can kind
that's
of feel
true.
behind it that he's like desperately wants to get on her case. But
Yes.
the way he words it and everything, he's like,
It's like clinical
oh, I just
fascination.
thought it would be, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He seems like interested as
So
a professional. Like, what an interesting case, you know? Like,
yeah.
very clinical about it. Very, yeah, but he does seem like very, very desperate.
Well,
And
I
he gets
have,
on it.
yeah, because he gets there, he gets hired by the Grove, and like the first day they take him in and they're in group, and he immediately like spots Alicia and kind of like hones in on her. And then right afterwards, he goes up to the main doctor and is like, "Hey, can I work with her one on one?" And I put
Hmm.
in like my notes. I was like, "That's
Diomedes, another Greek name, the doctor.
oh yeah."
Hmm.
I was like, it felt weird if I were Diomedes for this new guy to just come up and be like, "Hey, I want to work with her." Like that's very
Right?
famous case. Like I'd be like, no, like you're being weirdly obsessive. Like you're here to help
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. Like what? She's more special because she's famous? What's going on?
yeah,
Like you just here for
exactly.
like the attention or like because like of like some vapid secular fascination instead of just wanting to help her. I was also kind of surprised that Diomedes was like, meh, sure. And I was
Yeah.
like, mm, that doesn't feel right.
Yeah, so he felt a little fishy to me from the beginning because of that, because he was like, "Yeah, sure." I was like, okay."
Yep, very weird. Um, so she's super heavily medicated because there's this guy, Christian, is that his name? Christian? Another
Yes. Yeah,
another
he's
one
the
of
other
the
doctor.
therapists. Yeah, he's another
Yeah.
doctor there,
He's
and
the
he
he's the
has
one that medicates them.
he medicates the patients, including Alicia. And so Thea's basically like, he's got her so medicated that she couldn't talk if she wanted to. Let's take her off the meds. And Diomedes is like, that's an interesting decision. You should leave it up to Christian because that's his whole job. And Christian's like, your funeral, bud. And so they like sort of like taper off her meds a little bit. Um and sorry. So he starts to have like he wants to have like one-on-one sessions with her and he wants to learn more about her past and so he goes and he meets some of her surviving family members. Um, trying to remember which family. He meets an aunt who's kind of horrible, right? Oh no, first he meets
Matt, what?
Jean Felix, the guy who his gallery is the one that represents Alicia's art. So essentially
Jean
he's like her
Felix.
agent, Jean
Yeah.
Felix. Yeah.
Yeah. And he meets her cousin who lived with them. Like her and her cousin
Right.
grew up like siblings
Yes,
because
with
her
the
aunt
aunt. And the
came.
cousin is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
The aunt sucks.
Hmm.
And who else? He also meets Max, Alicia's
Her
brother-in-law.
brother-in-law. Hmm.
Yes, her husband,
Who's also
Gabriel's
the
brother.
lawyer.
Also her lawyer, also her estate lawyer, so in charge of all of her stuff essentially. Um,
Hmm.
so that's interesting. And let's see.
I literally have in my notes too, as like he's more of a detective than a therapist. That's annoying.
That's annoying. That's hilarious. He really was though. Wasn't there one of the characters makes some like jibe at him about that, about him being like a
Yeah, yeah, I think so too. Which is like it's not annoying from the from the reader's aspect because you need some sort of detective in the whole
yeah.
story. But I was just thinking like anyone who's involved, patient or otherwise, I was like, he's not being a very good therapist. Like he's not just like, okay,
You
let's
would
talk
not
about
give him a
things
good
and this
Yelp
and that. He's
review.
like, yeah.
Oh,
He'd be
that's
like,
funny.
can I have a different therapist, please?
That's
Um,
completely fair. I think that's a fair assessment. Um, he does have his first session with
but he
her.
go
Go ahead.
no, yeah, he has this first session with her and she ends up attacking him
Mm-hmm.
because he says, I forget what he says. He says something, I don't know, is it
Yeah,
about her
I
being
also don't
alone or
remember.
something?
I don't remember. He says something and she attacks him. I don't even remember if there's anything like super triggering or nothing that you would think would be triggering. Then she just like literally comes out of her chair and like nearly kills him. And Christian's like, that's why I didn't want to take her off her medication. And Theo's like, I feel like this was a success because I got a response, which means she wants to communicate. And everyone was like, that's an interesting take. I feel like, yeah, he was like the only
She
one who was
wants to
pleased
murder
about
you,
it.
but
But yes, I suppose that's one way of
um,
communicating.
so the whole book they go back and forth between um like the life of Theo and his girlfriend. What's his girl? Catherine, right?
His wife,
Um,
Kathy, yeah.
his wife. Yeah. Um, they're like he's talking about meeting her for dinner with her friends and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're talking about Alicia and her and Gabriel, um, like going back and forth kind of. And it was a little bit harder. I don't know if it's clear. Oh, you said you listened to the audiobook too.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's clear in reading the book, but definitely in the audiobook, I got to a point where I was like, um, the chapter numbers were definitely weird. I was like, wait, how's this? It's like chapter 3 and then chapter 11 and then um, and I was like, are we supposed to think this is all on the same timeline, or are we supposed to think we're going back in the past?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I thought we were going back in the past the whole time.
even with Theo and his and uh
And
Kathy.
Kathy? Yeah, I thought that was like in the past.
Okay, so my first impression was that it wasn't, but it was like in the end, it was in the past. But like when he goes to meet her and her friends or whatever,
Uh-huh.
I thought that was still present, kind of like it was after he went to see Alicia at the hospital or whatever,
Yeah.
which is not true, but that's how I was listening to it.
Yeah, it's confusing. The timeline is confusing intentionally because of the whole unreliable narrator thing. I did not notice the thing about the chapters, but that does not shock me.
And
Um,
then I definitely started to see the similarities between the couples.
really?
Um, yeah, which is part of what clued me off to the ending because they were like, he's uh Gabriel, I think, used to like to smoke pot at the Camden Market, used to get high at the Camden Market or something.
Right.
And then Theo talks about how the market's not cool anymore because he used to go there to get high.
I
And
caught that
like
too, but I was like, huh, because they're both from the area. They know it. I wasn't like, what a nice little connection. Lord Ash.
um and then like at one point it's Alicia's, oh yeah, because I skipped ahead. Um but Theo works with Alicia, has like a couple sessions where not like she doesn't talk or anything,
Mhm.
and he gets her meds lowered, and then he goes and visits her painter her friend who owns the gallery that has her artwork that I feel like,
Jean-Felix,
yeah, Jean-Felix.
who kind of portrays himself as like her best friend, although we find out like
Yes,
that's not really was true.
when she is it after she's accused she paints that painting, or is it right before? It's
I think
after
after she's
she's accused.
accused
It's
is
the
when she
only thing
paints.
she's like said, even though she doesn't say anything,
Yeah.
is the painting, which is
Yep.
the what'd you say?
Alcestis.
Alcestis.
Yeah.
Um, and so like people came from all over because this painter who murdered her husband for no reason and doesn't speak anymore. This is like the
The
last
last
way
thing
she
that she painted.
communicated.
Yeah, exactly. Which is
Um,
fascinating.
and Jean Felix has it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we're best friends," and she wanted me to hold on to all her works of art and stuff. Um,
And at some point in one of these, she gives him her diary.
yes.
And that's how he starts to like sort of put pieces together about her past and like um so you have to look at my notes.
Yeah, that's where you see the couple stuff, and that's where you saw um
Oh, that she thought she was being stalked before
yeah.
yeah. That she thought she was
And
being stalked, and then that Gabriel was like, "You're so paranoid, I'm going to take you to a psychiatrist." And she was like, "Okay, I'm just going to then lie and say that I'm d not worried that I'm being stalked, so that he doesn't make me go see a psychiatrist." But which, by the way, was under the table. Can I give that reveal away now about who the therapist she was seeing under the table was?
yeah, I just I feel like we need to just reveal everything, but yeah.
Yeah, right. Christian. It's Christian.
I
He finds
called
out.
that.
Did
I
you?
called that. Yeah. When
Not
there
at
was
all.
she was like Dr. West. I was like Dr. West is Christian. I like put that in here. Um
Wow. Not even a little bit. Zero part of me.
like 100% Dr. West is Christian because
Yep.
Thea was all weird about like him and Christian have a weird past,
Hmm.
and I don't know if that was ever revealed what happened between them or if they just didn't like each other, like they went to school together or whatever and didn't like each other. But I was
Hmm.
like, there's something weird going on with him. And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's him. That's who those people are.
Well, you
Um,
were correct. It
and
was him.
then yeah, she's being stalked. She keeps seeing this guy outside the house,
Hmm.
just standing there. And then she like hears him, um, or she goes outside and he's like in the garden.
Hmm.
Um, and her neighbor comes and sees her and she tells her neighbor, this lady that everyone's like, she's an old like kook who likes to tell stories. So the
Yeah.
police didn't even listen to her when she was like, she's being stalked. The police are like, okay.
Yep.
Um, and
And
I
then
do have, because one of, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, then like back in like Theo's life, he has followed Kathy and confirmed that she is seeing someone. Then he followed the guy she's having an affair with home, only to find out that the guy is married and that the wife seems to not know that he's cheating on her. That he's just carrying on this double life. And so then anyway, so that's what we find out. And then Theo sort of turns his attention back to Alicia and dealing with Alicia.
So there was this small part of time where I thought Alicia, no, I thought Kathy was Alicia. Like in like
Interesting.
Theo's like brain, like
Hmm.
twisted up in Theo's brain, he like called her Kathy or whatever. Because like I said, there were so many similarities. I was like, is this the
Yeah.
same couple that talk? They're like, her real name is Alicia, but he's calling her Kathy because that's what she told
Interesting.
him or whatever in the beginning. And so, but then I was like, okay, not quite. Just because everything. And then
Yeah.
I remember at one part, I don't remember who talks about it first. I think it's Alicia talks about like going to the park and then sneaking off and like having sex in the woods or whatever. And so
Right.
then when Theo's like, I saw her go and have sex in the woods with him at the park, I was like, they're the same person. But
Ooh. That's interesting. If I had put that together, I would have thought the same thing. That's
yeah.
interesting.
So
If I had put anything together.
that was one of my first theories was that somehow he was messed up in the head and thought
That's an
that
interesting theory.
like they were the same people, but not.
It's like even when someone
Um,
tells me this is an unreliable narrator, I'm like, cool, I'm gonna believe everything they tell me. Just for the sake of the story. I'm just willing to believe them for the sake of the story. Um,
um, we learned from her diary that her brother came to see her and he was like, I need money because I have a gambling problem
hmm.
and there's some people after me. And did that ever come to anything?
Um,
Because I feel like that was weird in there.
and
I
the
feel like the
brother-in-law.
gambling never came back up again.
Oh no, her
Maybe it was
actual
just,
brother. I
I don't know if
forget.
it was
I
just
remember it came up again
to,
briefly, but it just got lost in like the much bigger drama. Like I don't think he was ever like a real suspect.
yeah, I guess it was just to like kind of cast some suspicion upon him.
The red
Um,
herring. He was just a
yeah,
little tiny fish, little tiny red herring. Um,
yeah.
let's
And
see.
so through her diary, you find out that this person's stalking her, and then she tells Gabriel, and he's like, "Don't make a big thing of this, and I think you should go see a psychiatrist because you know what happened last time." And that was when her dad died. Her
Hmm.
dad, that she like had a psychotic breakdown last time,
Yes.
apparently.
And he finds out from the diary and also from going to visit her cousin Paul that when her father was still alive, so I think we forgot to say too, Alicia's mother died in a really traumatic way. With Alicia in the car, her mom committed suit like she drove into what, a wall or something with her daughter in the car. And everyone said it was a suicide attempt. And it was successful if so, because Alicia's mother died, but Alicia survived. But then Alicia's always had this thought of like, well, what if it was supposed to be both of us, or what if it was supposed to be me instead? Like, why would she do that with me in the car? And then she overhears her father, her cousin is with her when she overhears her father say something about how it should have been her instead of her mom who
Yeah,
died.
he wishes her mom had lived and that his daughter died instead.
Yes. And then she says like what is it? She says
He just killed me.
he just killed me. Yeah, and so
Hmm.
Theo's like that's the moment. That's the moment that she was like psychologically broken forever. And it's like
Hmm.
oh, okay. Yes. Probably. And he talks to Alicia. He goes back and he's like, I know this is what you went through. Like, this has got to be like what happened. And then she actually speaks to him the first time she's spoken since the murder or since before the murder. And she tells him what happened the night of the murder, supposedly. She claims that the guy who'd been stalking her, that nobody believed her had been stalking her, showed up and tied her up and then murdered Gabriel. Uh, but Theo seems to think that that's not the truth for some reason, which had me all
Because
kinds of confused.
she's not tied up when the police found her.
Yep,
Um, so he's like, how does that work if
yep,
like because and all the other doctors are like, she's delusional. She's just
yep.
making stuff up anyways. Like you can't trust anything she says.
Yeah.
She
I forget.
obviously
He
did
pokes
it.
a lot of like holes in her case based on like the evidence of like what the crime scene was like. So he's like, okay, so she's speaking again, but only to lie to me. Interesting. Um, and then the next morning, we don't get to learn anything else yet because Alicia is in a coma, has supposedly overdosed on drugs. Um, but Theo says, it wasn't Alicia, that was Christian. Christian tried to kill her. And then doesn't he get arrested? I think Christian gets arrested.
Yeah, he finds like and needle marks from and whatever drug, and
Hmm.
then he's like, oh, it was definitely Christian because Theo has the evidence of her diary saying that Christian was the one who
Was seeing her under the table.
yeah, he was seeing her as a therapist, but not officially in an official
Hmm.
capacity, which is illegal.
Yep.
And
Would
he
have
was like,
ruined
I was
his
just
whole
doing it.
career.
Yeah, Christian was doing it because my friend Gabriel, so I was like doing it as a favor for him, which is
Yeah.
real fishy, like to me. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, he was obviously trying to tip things in Gabriel's favor in that way, like it seemed.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it definitely did. I mean, Gabriel was like, my wife is crazy. Fix her.
yeah,
Classy,
yeah.
classy move. We love that. We love when men do that.
Here, talk
She's
to my
just
best friend. He'll
crazy.
carry you.
I feel like the modern day version of this is when guys are like, "Oh, my ex-girlfriend, yeah, man, she was crazy." I'm
Yeah.
like, why is this always the instinct? Why is the instinct to say like, "Oh, they're like actually crazy, crazy." You're like, "What?" It just now occurred to me that that's like still maybe you can't like get somebody committed to it. Maybe you can't get an ex-girlfriend like committed to an institution for it these days, but like it's still an instinct. It's just very
Yeah.
strange.
Then it moves back to Theo's timeline where he's talking about going to confront the man that he knows is sleeping with his wife.
Hmm.
And well, we actually find out he's going to tell his wife, and it is Alicia that he goes in and he ties her up and
Insane.
doesn't tell her anything that's going on.
So
And then
insane.
Gabriel comes home and he ties him up too.
Yep.
And he's like, he has a gun and he's like, who would you die for her? Like one of you are gonna die. So is it her or you? Because he just wants to prove to Alicia that
He doesn't love her and
like
he's been lying to
yeah,
her. And she's been
he
head
would
over
pick
heels
himself.
for him this whole time. Like fully
Hmm.
committed, adoring wife, thinks he just like walks on water.
And but like to be fair, okay, yes. Yes, obviously he's not the same head over heels and he cheated on her and all that. But also like I don't know, maybe I'm not as diehard romantic in that way. Like I don't think you should judge someone how much they love you or whatever on the fact of like I'm gonna shoot you in the head or her in the head. Like
Oh,
they make
no.
panic cruise like
No, I
that
don't think
doesn't
so
mean someone
either.
doesn't love you if
It's a
they were
crazy thing.
if they
It's
decide to save
totally
to not get
crazy.
shot in the head.
Yeah, no,
Um,
it's very crazy.
but yeah, Gabriel's like, I'm gonna shoot you or her, and he's like 3, 2, 1, and just before he says one, Gabriel's like, I don't want to die. And
Yep.
so and then Gabriel and Alicia are like tied back to back on these chairs.
Hmm.
So, there's cat fur everywhere. I'm petting the cat. Um, so Theo is in front of Alicia where Gabriel can't see him and he shoots the gun, but he shoots it into the ceiling and he's
Hmm.
like shh to Alicia, covers his, fingers to lips, don't say a word. And then just to see how Gabriel reacts to like her being dead, essentially. He wants her to hear that. Um,
See how he
and
responds. Yeah.
yeah. Um, and then Gabriel leaves the gun. He unties Alicia and leaves the gun and leaves.
Yep.
And then Alicia's like, you killed me, just like my father killed me, essentially.
Yeah.
Triggered
Just a little bit of trauma there.
and shoots him. So Alicia did do it.
Yep.
Um, but Theo set it all up. And in the end, he's like, I didn't like plan for her to kill him or anything. I just wanted her to know what was going on.
Like wanted her to
Um,
know like he doesn't love you. He's cheating on you. I mean, what a very melodramatic way to go
I
about it. I'm like,
know.
why didn't you just be like, sit down. Maybe we can have a cup of tea. There's something I need to
Yeah.
discuss with you. Like a normal freaking person. Instead of doing this weird thing where he ties them up to chairs and makes her think that her husband is gonna choose death for her so he can live. Yeah, and then leaves the gun with her and she,
And
yep, triggered.
and we find out that's kind of like partially that's a big part of why he wanted to be her doctor because he
Hmm.
wanted to make sure she didn't talk essentially. But also he was curious of like why it ended up that way because he didn't know about all the trauma with her dad beforehand, like
Yeah, and he's like,
and her
I'm
growing up
confused.
and
I didn't
everything.
shoot the guy.
Yeah, and he's like, why did you shoot him? And then he's like,
Yep.
oh, because your dad said you're dead to me, and then your husband was like, you're dead to me. So now you're like, oh, I'm gonna
I
kill
mean, that
these.
it confused the hell out of me because I didn't think that she really did it. There were times on and off where I was like, it was Theo, it was Theo, it was Theo. And so then when Theo broke into the house with the gun and tied her to a chair and then tied the, I was like, he did it. He did it after all. I was right. I'm so smart. He totally is the one who did it. And then, nope, nope. Did she
See,
shoot him
I
like
thought,
four times or something?
yeah,
Like,
I think it's like 6 times or something. I
yeah.
thought for a while that Gabriel killed himself. And
Ooh,
she would, or someone else killed him that she was protecting. That's why she wasn't going to say anything. Like,
that makes
she
sense.
wasn't saying anything about him killing himself because she loves him so much and whatever, or like someone else that she loved a lot killed him and she was
Yeah.
protecting them. But
There was also this whole other like elaborate subplot of like a pretty good red herring, like a pretty strong contender with Max, the brother-in-law, because he was in love with supposedly was in love with
oh
her.
yeah,
He's kind of just gross, to be honest, but he thinks he's in love with her, even though he's kind of just disgusting. Um,
I did put, I don't think that Theo was trying to cover his tracks, like with everything he did.
mhm.
I think that, um,
Honestly, he's just as
he's just
surprised as the rest of us that he didn't get
I
caught.
he's just messed up and he
Hmm.
needed to like it's like the psychopath in him that like needed to be near her and find out why and all this sort of stuff. Like
Yeah, I
and then we
agree.
find out that like the reason she's in a coma is it was him, not Christian, that
Yeah, it was him.
woke
I
her
was
up
like, okay, well, you didn't commit any violent crimes before, but now
until
you
then.
have. I mean, you did some hella weird stuff that's definitely criminal, but like
But she
weird.
did leave a second diary that said that because then the like later on, essentially almost the epilogue of the story, Theo and this I literally wrote holy F, Theo and Kathy are still together because they like move out of London into
Yeah.
wherever and they're like after all this I was like what?
Because the whole time I was like, if I could just get her away from him, then she'll love me
Yeah,
again.
and
But
he's
that's
like
so not what happened. She's just like a ghost of herself.
and the I don't know, constable, sheriff, whatever, shows
Hmm.
up and it's like, so I just had a couple questions and he's like, yeah, sure. And then he's like, no, not
Hmm.
really. I'm gonna arrest you because you
Because it was, you did some weird, crazy stuff.
because you essentially murdered Alicia because she's not
Yep.
dead, but she's still in that coma.
Yep.
Um, and yeah,
Crazy.
the
That's The
end.
Silent Patient by Alex Michael. Another whirlwind adventure with Alex Michaelides.
And if you didn't follow that, neither did we, so it's fine.
That's okay. Welcome to my world all the time. Never have any idea what's going on.
Well, the
Um,
subplot of this the name the painting the something
Alcestis.
Alcestis. I did like the story. They do eventually tell you it, and I looked it up, and it's like this woman or this man who the I think it's the gods or someone was like, you have to die unless someone's going to take your place. And he asks everyone, and everyone's like, no, I'm not taking your place. Like his mom, his dad, everyone's like, no. And then his wife was like, I will do it. I'll take your place. And he's like, cool, die then. Take my place.
Yeah.
And so she dies. And then she comes back to life, like through the gods. And he's like, "Oh, honey, it's so great to see you." And she doesn't ever speak again because
Hmm.
she's like, mostly probably because she's traumatized of like, you just let me die. And we're like, cool, like you can just take my place. It's fine.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's that whole.
Super interesting story. Of course, he had to weave in a Greek myth. Um, do you have any favorite quotes? I'm just gonna mix it up and ask if you've got any favorite quotes
I
first.
actually don't this time.
Ooh,
Yeah, I
I
usually
actually
try to grab
do.
one, but
Oh, good for me. We're just mixing things up. Look at me remembering something. I actually have two. And yes, they are both on Goodreads. But I remember them vividly. Like, I think that they're both really great in different ways. The first one is choosing a lover is a lot like choosing a therapist. We need to ask ourselves, is this someone who will be honest with me, listen to criticism, admit making mistakes, and not promise the impossible? I think that's really interesting. Interesting concept. And then the other one, which is no one is born evil. As Winnicott put it, a baby cannot hate the mother without the mother first hating the baby, which is very interesting. Obviously, it's
ooh,
not always the mother, but essentially, like,
it's
it's
always
not
the
always the
mother.
mom's fault. But I'm like, what an interesting concept. Um, so I think that that's got to be like primarily true. But just very interesting. Also, we didn't really like get into it, but like I feel like I would be good friends or want to be good friends with so again, just like in The Fury, I want to call Theo Alex. I want to be like Alex's therapist that inspired him to go into no, Theo's therapist, his longtime therapist that inspired him to go into therapy. She seemed like very smart and
I
practical
thought
and
you
wise.
were saying that you feel like you'd be good friends with Theo. I was
I
like,
probably would have
okay.
been good friends with Theo, which is concerning. I'd have been like, what a totally reasonable and interesting fellow, totally trustworthy. I probably would have. God.
Concerned. I would have been friends with Kathy.
That makes, I mean, who wouldn't have been friends with Kathy? She's incredibly interesting. I don't think I would have been good enough to be friends with Alicia in her heyday. I feel like we would never have been in the same circles. Um,
He's also always got like artistic people in his stuff.
yeah, it was
Because you had like the,
artsy.
yeah, the painter and the actress, and then the other ones was like the
Hmm.
actress and director and stuff. So
Yeah, it's interesting. It is always very artsy. Very like artsy and or academic. Like in the Maidens, it's all kind of like academic. You read both, didn't you?
no, I didn't
Oh, you didn't?
actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, no worries.
But my friend, right afterwards, he's been posting like the books he reads on Facebook and a little review of them.
Oh,
And I think
cute.
The Maidens was one that I was like, oh my gosh, I almost just read that.
I almost, but didn't read that. That's awesome. It's good. It's also good. Although I think The Silent Patient is my favorite of all three Michaelides books that I've read. So, good pick. Excellent choice. Also, we got to enjoy some liquid Xanax, which was quite pleasant.
I
Um,
did put, this is just a random comment, when we're reading her journal, and when Theo's like coming in, she doesn't know it's Theo yet, although I guess she never really knows who Theo is. But she writes, "Oh my God, I can hear him like coming into the house, you know?" And I'm
uh-huh.
just thinking, who sits there and journals, continues to journal as
Oh
someone
my
breaks in their
gosh,
house?
right? I was
Oh
like,
my
how
God, I
trapped
can
do you
hear
have
him.
to
He's
feel? Like,
coming up the stairs. Like, no.
it was insane. It was so freaky. Crazy. I thought like you must feel like you really absolutely have no options if you're just gonna sit there and journal and you're like, whatever happens, happens. Because there's nothing I can do about it now.
Go with the
Like,
flow.
yeah, that was crazy. Also, I forgot we didn't really mention it, but like Alicia remembers Theo. Like, that's why she lied to him about what happened was because she basically wanted to kind
Well,
of like confirm.
whatever he said when she attacks him, that's what like triggers it. Because she was like, I think that's him, but I'm not sure when he shows up. She's like, he
Yep.
seems vaguely familiar. And then when he says whatever it is, like he's like, I think it's something like I can help you, or like I relate to you, or something like that. It's the same
Yeah.
words he used um when he was tying her up and being like, I'm just here to help you, or whatever it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So it makes a lot of sense now that she like got crazy and flew out of her chair at him. Um, but yeah, so she said basically she told him like the lie about what happened when she started speaking is like to sort of like test him and tell him like I know because of course like he knows she's making it up, she knows that she's making it up, which was interesting. Um, did you have any favorite or least favorite parts?
Um, yeah. My favorite part was the reveal of like what actually happened on the murder,
Hmm.
of like tying them up and that whole scene, because that was really well written, and it was like
Yeah. Totally agree. I
very
think that was my
intriguing
favorite
there.
part too. When it was like he's going to confront the reveal, that moment of he's going to confront the wife to go tell the wife of the person who his wife's been having an affair with, and then it's Alicia. I was
By
like,
tying her
oh,
up.
yeah, that was insane. I mean, that's why I was like, specifically the moment where we learned that it's Alicia. I was like, fascinating. And then he tied her up, and I was like, what are you doing, Theo? What are you doing? Like, why
Yeah,
is this happening?
I think I had the Alicia part beforehand, but it was the like exactly of what happened with the tying up, and then like the tying up and the gun and
It
pretending and
stressed me
everything. I
out.
was
I
like,
was like,
oh wow.
Theo, you really chose the dark side. Like, damn, man. But he's like, no, I didn't. It was really reasonable. Like, you
Yeah, I know. Like
psycho.
that's exactly, you can tell how much of a psychopath he is by the like just like you said, the clinicalness of his whole story. He's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
this is how it happened because it had to happen this way. And
And
you're
this is
like,
how I did
ah,
it for
but
all of
did
these
it?
very rational reasons. Yeah.
Yeah.
Freaky. Least favorite parts?
My least favorite part is there's probably two. One being the whole her brother and the gambling problem, because it still
Yeah, it
bothers me
felt
to the fact that
random.
it just like had no no point. The rest of it was
No.
like
It was supposed to be a
um
red herring, I think, but it wasn't honestly like I felt like we
yeah,
didn't get enough. There was enough other red herrings. We probably could have just done without it.
yeah, I was like, where's this tying back in? And it never tied back in. So it just
Nope.
bothered me
That's
forever.
fair.
And then all of his like only because like bad tummy feels of how he was like, Kathy is the person for me and I love her so much, and then like she betrays him, and just his like gut wrenching. I was like, I don't like this.
Yeah. I
but
didn't
like
like the
writing
parts
wise,
where
not
he
bad.
was like discovering the affair, like when he's reading the emails of her talking to the guy and then stalking her. It just made me so sad. I was like,
Mm.
this sucks, man. Like, ugh. It just made me really sad for him. I didn't enjoy it, did not enjoy reading it. And not that it was poorly written. I was just like,
Yeah, that's
I
exactly.
hurt. Ouch.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I was like speed times three.
Yeah, I'm ready to fast forward. Thank you. Fast forward right out of these feelings. I feel
I
like that'd
like
be
that. I'm
really
gonna fast.
useful
I
skill.
know. I'm gonna fast forward right out of these
Right
feelings.
out of these feelings, right into
I'll
some
feel
better
them all, but just
feelings.
in a faster way.
Just gonna speed them up, get through them real quick.
Yeah, exactly.
Feel like, you know what? Liquid Xanax is probably a great way to do that. I feel like it could really assist in that process. I think. What else do we usually do? Lessons learned? What did we learn from this?
We learned that if you accidentally and on purposely convince someone to commit murder, you
Accidentally
should
on purposely.
you should make sure to cover your tracks afterwards.
Yeah. And then like maybe don't go like show up at her psychiatric facility and demand to be her doctor
Yeah,
and to
because
get
like
her to
really, if
speak
he hadn't
again.
done any of that, then nothing would have ever come
Nope.
out. Like she would have just stayed silent until she died.
Nope. I would also say if you think someone's cheating on you, maybe like confront them
Yeah.
about it instead of doing like the weird round. And then if you need to go pursue getting evidence, I can understand that. And if you want to go tell the person who's with the person who's doing the cheating, like also completely reasonable,
But
go
tea.
ask them to have a cup of tea.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's the absolute send him a Facebook message. I mean, like literally anything else. What a weird choice.
But also, if someone you know thinks they're being stalked, you should take them seriously.
Oh my gosh. Yes, you should absolutely take them seriously. See, don't try to get your spouse committed to a mental institution or force them into therapy and medication because you disagree with them and or are trying to gaslight them. I think that's just like a good rule of thumb not to do that, in case anyone was
That
tempted.
is a good lesson there.
No matter how crazy you think that biatch was, you know? Like, man, she just crazy. Okay. Maybe we just stop with that whole nonsense. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. I mean,
How
those
many
are some
pinkies up?
lessons. Um, I'm gonna give it 4.75 pinkies up.
Ooh, very
What about
nice.
you?
Um,
If you ever have a
I'm
higher
gonna give
pinkies up
it.
rating than me, I'm gonna be shocked. Because yours are a lot more critical than mine.
I was just gonna. I'm gonna give it 4.3 pinkies up.
4.3. Interesting. Cite your sources.
I have no sources. My sources are the liquid Xanax I took earlier.
I love it. Excellent. Good enough for me. The best source of all. All right, sweet. I think that's everything for the book. Is there anything else that you want to say
Um,
to the listeners?
no.
No. Well, I mean, I guess we could
No.
say the Story Siren Studio first ever writing retreat is coming up, which is super, super exciting. If by some absolutely crazy chance somebody who's in like the Central Texas, or I guess anywhere in Texas region is interested, we do have one remaining spot in the bunk room. It's last minute, but if someone is interested and this is your sign, you've been thinking maybe you want to do it, maybe you don't, maybe this is your moment. So reach out if you guys are interested in that last spot. If not, it's still going to be amazing. And we're already planning the fall one, which is like so exciting. And it's not going to be in Texas, and it's going to be somewhere where fall is beautiful and, exists. So that's going to be
Yeah, I
great.
was I was ASMRing about that while you were making your shot.
Oh,
Um,
really?
I also have some interest in France, so we might have to have a writing retreat in
You
France
take this
sometime soon.
international. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Oui, oui. Baguette. That sounds fantastic. Oui, oui. I will take another baguette, please.
And we've just been disinvited to the whole country of France.
The entire country. Well, I have at least. They're like, mm-mm-mm. Put that passport on the banned list. It's fine. I'll go see the Italians. I'll lift a glass to you if across the border. Oh
Oh
God.
goodness.
And see, that would be another fun place to go on a writing retreat to Italy. Y'all
Italy.
gotta get on this writing retreat train so we can do this cool stuff. I'm just saying, the more people are interested, the cooler places we can go. And if you want to support the podcast otherwise, you can do that by visiting us at storysirenstudio.com or following us on social media. We're on Instagram. We are on TikTok, though we don't use it that much these days, to be honest. Instagram is our sort of main bread and butter, main baguette and butter.
I was just
Oui,
gonna
oui.
say that.
So please go ahead and follow us
Whoopee.
there. That's where all our fun updates go. We post memes about books. We always post the recipes for the drinks that we do, so we'll post this one.
By we
Um,
mean a whiskey.
by we mean whiskey. Oui, oui,
Or
whiskey.
I mean Wheezy. I've got that's my
I
ah,
honestly get them so mixed up because
I do
Wheezy's my
too.
name here and whiskey is Gino's name for me, but they both start with a WH. So I'm like, Wheezy, whiskey. I'll answer to anything that starts with at this point.
Wheezy.
Yes. Yes. Yep. Anyways, we would love to see you guys at this retreat or an upcoming retreat. Please follow us. If you guys have any book recommendations, we're always taking them. So please feel free to message us or email us at contact@storysirenstudio.com. You guys can also check out our merch there. We've got some cool stuff and we're going to keep putting up some more cool stuff. So that's another great way to support us and also like rep our brand. Tell your friends, leave us reviews, 5 stars only, because we deserve it. Well, Gino does. I don't know about me.
Not true. You deserve
Uh,
it more than everyone else.
Oh, thank you so
I
much.
just show
With
up and
my
look
messy
pretty.
bun.
That's all I'm here for.
I show up with a messy bun and have forgotten most of the plot that I didn't apparently understand to begin with. Can you guys believe this podcast was my idea all
We've
those years
lost the
ago?
plot. We've lost the plot.
I never knew where it was to begin with. So for me, it's like, eh.
I couldn't even lose it.
I didn't even, this was just like a podcast. I was like, maybe I can get smarter people to explain books to me. I'm pretty sure I know how to read, but like the comprehension, I know. I'm just gonna
I knew
use
the
this.
words, but I don't know what happened.
I read the words. The words made sentences. I understood that part. I got to a paragraph. At the end of this, I just don't know what happened. Yeah. Anyways, please follow me, make me feel better about myself. Thanks for the reviews, you guys. And I think that that's everything that we have. So we'll see you again soon. And until then, keep your teacups full.
No. Your pinky's up. Your pinky's high.
And your book club.
Pretentious.
Yeah. No.